to Tiger Dragon Storm's podcast, the Spiritual Awakening Show. I wanted to talk to you about one of the most important aspects on your spiritual journey is to know how to ask questions, or which questions to ask, or rather to understand why you are asking questions. Why are you asking why? You are asking these questions to get to a place that the questions have become exhausted. You need to exhaust questioning. So it's fine to keep asking questions. What is a chakra? What is spirituality? Who am I? Who are you? What is the universe? What is reality? What is color? What is past lives? What is law of attraction, etc.? But unlike philosophical circles who pride themselves on asking questions, yet they believe not having any answer is a sign of wisdom. That's true on some level, but what I'm suggesting to you is that the answer is that there is no answer that will ever satisfy the mind. Because truth is always existing whether the mind is apparent or not. For example, when you go to sleep at night, the mind, when I say mind, I mean thoughts, of course. You're not aware of those thoughts, any thoughts, when you're sleeping, when there's no dreams. So thought is not constant, thought is not absolute. So we can never find the truth with a thought. We can only point towards that which cannot be pointed to. So keep asking questions, but know that you're asking questions to then be at a place where you no longer need to ask questions because you are so content. You know everything is taken care of because you are that pure being that the mind owes its existence to. You are that pure being that the ego owes its existence to. Without that pure being that you are, there is nothing, because it is the background of reality itself. If there is reality, then it must be something so subtle, yet so needed, that allows reality to be. Just as space, so-called physical space, is so subtle in that you cannot see it. It's not a thing. Yet without space, we cannot put anything anywhere. We'd all just be clumped together. No space. So this imperceivable yet fundamental pureness that reality resides within or is formed out of, that itself doesn't have any questions. Just as the space around your body has no questions. When you understand that you are that truth that you are seeking, then the questions tend to just bounce off of you. It's like, oh, what does this mean? Why is reality like this? What is this? What is that? You understand that this is all just a play of that pure being, of that consciousness. There's always a why question for the mind. You could even ask, why do people say why? That's how much you can keep going on and on with the why question. So when you take yourself to be the mind, then yes, you're going to have questions. But the idea on the spiritual path, I would suggest to you, is to get to a place where you exhaust the questions, so then you are free. Because you are not free if you still believe there are questions that need to be answered. Okay, I'm the pure being, but why am I the pure being? Okay, reality exists, but why does it exist? I mean, that second one, for example, there cannot be, by definition, non-existence. That's why reality exists. And that answers both questions, actually. Why is there a pure being? There always has to be something. because by definition, nothing does not exist. And you have to experience duality, because to experience the opposite, the singularity, would mean you would not have any concept at all of a me and a you, of a perceiving, a perceiver, a speaker, a listener. Just like in deep sleep, there is no sense of anything. So this is why the ego is beautiful, because it creates this apparent division within the actual oneness. So understand that you are asking questions to exhaust your questions. And then you will be free from this monkey mind, as they call it in Buddhism. And then once you understand that, then when you do ask questions, it can be just for fun. You can be asking questions knowing full well that you're asking it for the mind, for your ego. You're appeasing your ego because you just want to, not because you're not satisfied. Hope this helps you a bit. Thank you for listening or watching, and see you in the next one. Thank you for listening or watching this episode. If you are listening to it on my podcast, please follow. If you're watching this podcast on YouTube, please subscribe, and you'll stay up to date with the latest answers to the many interesting questions that the spiritual world has to offer. See you in the next one.